Imagine a nation of over 120 million people, a nation with immense cultural heritage and significant economic aspirations, yet perpetually grappling with the constraints of its geography. Ethiopia, a pivotal player in the Horn of Africa, is a landlocked nation, a reality that shapes its economic, political, and social landscape. But how did this happen? How did a nation with a rich history of maritime connections become so decisively cut off from the sea? This is not just a story of geographical boundaries. It's a narrative woven from history, political strife, economic dependence, and the complex dynamics of regional power. Today, we'll embark on a comprehensive journey to understand Ethiopia's landlocked dilemma, exploring the intricate web of factors that have led to its present circumstances and the far-reaching implications for the entire region. What are the true costs of being landlocked in a globalized world? How does a nation balance its internal needs with the realities of external dependence? And what are the ethical considerations of historical border changes? To understand Ethiopia's present, we must delve into its past. For centuries, the region was a nexus of trade and cultural exchange. The Aksumite Empire, flourishing in the early centuries AD, leveraged its strategic position along the Red Sea to engage in lucrative trade with distant lands. This historical legacy underscores the deep-rooted connection between Ethiopia and maritime commerce. The influence of foreign administrations, particularly that of Italy, dramatically altered the regional landscape. The late 19th century witnessed the establishment of Eritrea, a move that severed the historical continuity of Ethiopian control over its coastal territories. These territorial divisions, imposed without regard for existing cultural and political realities, laid the foundation for future conflict. The legacy of these imposed borders remains a source of tension. How did the imposition of external borders disrupt the natural flow of trade and cultural exchange in the region? To what extent does the legacy of imposed territorial divisions continue to shape the political and economic landscape of the Horn of Africa? The 20th century witnessed a protracted and devastating war for Eritrean independence. This struggle, fueled by a deep-seated desire for self-determination in 1993. This landmark event reshaped the geopolitical map of the Horn of Africa, transforming Ethiopia into a landlocked nation. The loss of Massawa and Assab ports dealt a significant blow to Ethiopia's maritime access, forcing the nation to rely on neighboring countries for its trade. This dependency has had far-reaching economic and strategic implications. What were the immediate and long-term consequences of Eritrean independence for both Ethiopia and Eritrea? Could alternative political arrangements have been explored to avoid the separation and its subsequent repercussions? Also, what role did outside countries and international powers play in this conflict? And what are the lasting effects of that involvement? Today, Ethiopia's economy is inextricably linked to its reliance on the port of Djibouti. This dependency creates significant economic vulnerabilities, as delays, rising transportation costs, and geopolitical tensions can disrupt trade flows and exacerbate internal economic challenges, such as inflation. The cost of importing and exporting goods has become a significant burden, impacting businesses and consumers alike. The added costs of transporting goods hundreds of kilometers inland, coupled with rising domestic inflation, have pushed the price of essential commodities beyond the reach of many Ethiopians. This economic strain has far-reaching consequences, affecting livelihoods and hindering Ethiopia's development goals. How does this dependency impact Ethiopia's ability to pursue its own economic and political agenda? What strategies can Ethiopia adopt to mitigate the risks associated with its landlocked status and address the issue of inflation? How does the lack of ports affect the ability of Ethiopian farmers to export their goods? How does this affect the ability to create jobs within the country? Ethiopia's quest for reliable port access has become a central feature of its foreign policy. Recent efforts to establish agreements with Somaliland and explore alternative routes reflect the nation's determination to secure its strategic interests. However, these initiatives have triggered regional tensions, highlighting the complex geopolitical dynamics of the Horn of Africa. The recent Memorandum of Understanding with Somaliland has created diplomatic friction with Somalia and Egypt, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. Can Ethiopia successfully navigate these geopolitical complexities? What are the potential risks and rewards of its pursuit of alternative port access? How can regional stakeholders work together to foster stability and cooperation in the Horn of Africa? How do surrounding countries view Ethiopia's desire for port access? How does this affect the balance of power in the region? Towards sustainable solutions, regional integration, and mutual prosperity. While the challenges are significant, the region also offers opportunities for collaboration and mutual benefit. It is crucial to explore win-win solutions that address Ethiopia's needs while respecting the sovereignty and interests of its neighbors. This could involve developing joint infrastructure projects, such as integrated transportation corridors, that enhance trade and connectivity for all countries in the region. Fostering greater regional economic integration, creating a framework for shared access to ports and other essential resources, and increased investment in existing infrastructure, such as in Djibouti, are also viable options. This would require a commitment to dialogue, diplomacy, and a willingness to compromise. The key is to shift from a zero-sum mentality to a collaborative approach that prioritizes the collective good. Can the nations of the Horn of Africa find common ground and forge a path towards shared prosperity? What specific mechanisms can be implemented to ensure equitable access to ports and resources? What are the possible benefits of regional economic integration for the average citizen in each of the countries involved? Beyond the economic and political implications, the landlocked status has a profound impact on the lives of ordinary Ethiopians. Businesses struggle, farmers face challenges, and consumers grapple with rising prices. The resilience of the Ethiopian people, their determination to overcome adversity, and their pursuit of a better future are testaments to the human spirit. How can the international community support Ethiopia's efforts to address its economic challenges and improve the lives of its citizens? What role can education, innovation, and entrepreneurship play in fostering economic growth and resilience in Ethiopia? How does the day-to-day life of an Ethiopian citizen change due to the country not having access to ports? The story of Ethiopia's landlocked dilemma is a complex and evolving narrative, a tapestry woven from threads of history, politics, economics, and human resilience. It's a reminder that geography can shape a nation's destiny, but also that nations have the agency to strive for a better future. What do you believe the future holds for Ethiopia's access to the sea? Can regional cooperation pave the way for sustainable solutions and shared prosperity? How can the international community contribute to a more equitable and stable Horn of Africa? The answers remain uncertain, but the questions are vital, demanding our continued attention and critical engagement. Thank you for joining us on this exploration. We encourage you to delve deeper into this multifaceted issue, to explore the diverse perspectives, and to form your own informed opinions. Please share your thoughts and insights in the comments below, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses of global challenges.